One. 1, 2. Check me out right here, yo.
Mic check, mic check. What's kicking, family? This is Mr. Batch of
The commission. Yeah.
Happy holidays. What's kicking, family? I'm glad you've clicked in so I can check in with you. Got my little Christmas tree here. And that's my little Charlie Brown Christmas tree sitting up in the window. Well, these are post-game final thoughts of the Giants win over the Detroit Lions at Ford Field in overtime, 23-20 in Week 16. Yes, a funny thing happened on the way to the postseason. Yes, I already know my beloved G-men are not going in to the postseason, second year in a row. Granted, but there comes a time, what are you going to be playing for? You know, a lot of teams will just pack it in and will not show any fight. And my G-men did just that. Speaking of my G-men doing just that, yo, Tom Coughlin, you know, drop it on him like how it was supposed to be. Tell him how you feel.
Being said about us, and you know, we had an offensive line that certainly was very little tribute was paid to the week before. I thought they came out and played with great heart. Dallas Reynolds, who you know was one of our two backup guys, ended up playing about 3/4 of the game as Mosley broke his hand, and had to go in there and battle against Sue, and did a nice job of that. And then back and forth, Will Hill score. Our defense played outstanding ball, getting the turnovers. Unfortunately, we had a couple of them. Gosh, that one with Andre Brown, that hurt. But we were able to bounce back from that. So we certainly demonstrated resiliency. We demonstrated mental toughness. You know, we had a nice lead at halftime, came out in the second half, the third quarter, didn't look very good offensively, 3 and outs. They came up with a big punt return on us, which hurt. But then the fourth quarter we battled back, and we did have a very nice kickoff return, which we have worked very hard to accomplish and hadn't had a lot of success, but certainly in a ball that was returned probably 5 deep in the end zone, gave us the ball at midfield. So lots of outstanding plays in the game, lots of physical football, a lot of big plays. Jarrell Jernigan made plays, the fourth down call there, the sliding catch that put us in position to kick the field goal. And that was a huge play, because that's not easy. I mean, you're talking about the first time I punted was 4th and 10, and this looked like another 4th and what was it, 7 or 8. And we decided to go for it, you know, deep into overtime. Guys have played a lot of plays. Let's see if we can make a play to put ourselves in position to end the game, and we did.
Now, okay. It's a message on my phone. I'll check that in a few minutes there. That's a text I just got coming in. But that was Tom Coughlin, a few words on how he felt about his team and their performance in the win over the Lions. Now, on our way to the postseason, which we're not going, you know, you get to play spoiler. You play for some pride. You play for some fight. And also, as we all know, there are no guaranteed contracts in pro football. So this is an audition. So there's going to be a lot of people that we're going to be looking at, Giants that is, going to look to come back next year, because we only have, 33, 35 out of the 53 men on the roster coming back next year. So, you know, got to make some changes. Whether they be wholesale changes or some middle changes, we don't know. But this game looked pretty good. Last week we got shut up by Seattle. We didn't take part in the NFL's record-setting scoring binge. You know, we were left out because we got shut out. Hey, I'm a realist. It happened. So I'm dealing with it. But this past Sunday, week 16, we played spoiler, and I loved it. That's right. As many people, as many teams as we can get to sit on the couch with us this postseason and watch from the sideline, the better. So the Lions were the first victim. Who else is going to wind up being that victim come week 17? Because there's only going to be so many slots left. Now, offense was decent in the first. Before I get into the offense, defense, and special teams, let's hear a little something from Antrel Rolle. Kick it.
We know each other. That's something we haven't done in the past couple of weeks, and I think we definitely went out there and showed that we love each other. We're going to go out there and compete for one another. We're going to play for our fans. We're going to play for our family, and more important, this organization. That was huge. That was huge. I was praying to God, and thank God, that He answered, and more important for Will Hill. I think he played an excellent game. Definitely one of the best games I've ever seen Will play, as far as tackles, as far as special teams, as far as being in the right position at the right time and making the plays and capitalize on the plays, and putting us in position to go into overtime. That was something that was extremely huge for us. We played ball. We played ball. That's all we did. We didn't do anything special. We just played ball. Tried to disrupt them at the line. Prince Mukadumar did a great job on him. I think I did a great job on him also when he was in the slot. And we just played within the defense. Coach Prayerfew and the rest of our coaches had an excellent game plan. And like I said, we just ran that game plan effectively.
Now, you heard from one of the defensive captains, Antrel Rolle, and he's had his pulse on the team since he's been here. He's been all that he's supposed to be once he came here. Team leader, a guy who's been asked to play different positions in the secondary, and he's done it. He's come up, he's manned up, and he's played. Now, speaking of play, first half, what did we do? We shut down the Lions in the first half. We got a call to go our way on a challenge play on a sideline pass where Coughlin threw the flag. We got that play, and bam, presto. We got the first down on that play. Now, to close out, to just about close, we played good first half football. I mean, hey, bam, bam. And taking what we could get and then, moving the ball down the field. After a Reggie Bush fumble in the second quarter, we had a 9-play, 49-yard drive, took up 5 minutes and 21 seconds with a Jarrell Jernigan touchdown pass from Eli Manning, and that had left 2:19 left on the clock in the first half. Then we was able to get the ball back again, and then I'm going to say this. Hakeem Nicks, I doubt he's going to come back next year. Myers, I've been on his case all year, but he came up with a couple of catches, not looking around like, no, where's we go? That option route thing is a pretty difficult routes to run because the receivers and the quarterback have to be on the same page when you run those option routes. It's a little bit much more difficult than these other teams just running these underneath crossing pick type routes. I loved what they was doing in the first half. Then in the second half, I don't know. What did Gilbride do? Go back and pull out the playbook from the Oakland Raiders and the Mad Bomber? Understandably so. Eli's able to hit his receivers long. We've seen that over the years. But this has been a bad year for Eli. Bottom line, bad year. Bad year. But one thing I got to give it up to Coach Coughlin. These guys had fought for them. We won this game despite in the second half 5 punts, a safety, and an interception. Won the game. I mean, much better talent. They were clicking better throughout the season. The Lions, and what did I just tell you? Presto changeo. They lost. They're out. And the Lions head coach, he might be out also. That's all left to be seen. Well, that's about it for this edition of post-game final thoughts for the G-Man for Week 16 on Christmas Eve. And there goes my Charlie Brown Christmas tree, y'all. Y'all have a blessed one out there, and hey, I'm out of here like I stole something. Peace.